was at the house for a while. There was a few of them. She was cool. Other than screaming about the shit that this lot, I believe she's been used.
I feel like she might have agreed with you because you do have a way with words. Because we've gone to all this without you answering my initial question. What would you do? What would you do if you were Prime Minister? Yeah. What would you do? What would you implement? How would you change? I want to know everything you do.
Tommy
Robinson or Stephen,
every
Prime
hotel
Minister
in this country that has got migrants in.
So that's the first thing. You wouldn't affect. You wouldn't even help people who can't heat their homes.
No, the first thing I do is they're off.
Like, so you wouldn't heat people's homes first?
Stop the war in Ukraine, you can heat their homes. Stop the sanctions against Russia, you can heat their homes.
So you wouldn't help
all this has come because you've limited the supply of gas coming from Russia, which has ended up in affecting us, affecting average people. But they want us affected. They want the crash of the system. They want all the bankruptcy. They want everyone stuck. The corporations take over. They want, like COVID destroyed the average business.
It did, yeah.
They purposely done that. All of this is coordinated, man. So I'd stop the war in Ukraine.
Okay, cool.
So
we're going in chronological order.
Stop the war in Ukraine.
Okay, cool. Stop the war in Ukraine.
Do you know how much they've given? What they give so far? £3 billion?
It's not a lot if you look at the total GDP of the country. Our GDP is $2 trillion, isn't it?
Yeah, £3 billion. Even we spend £9 billion a year monitoring.
But what's that compared to $2 trillion?
Is that what our GDP is?
I believe so. Correct me if I'm TJ.
How much is on
$3 trillion?
So what's $2 billion?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, you're right.
Yeah, compared.
It's the effect of that, because $2 billion is nothing, but how much more is being spent on energy prices by all the people? It's affecting us. It's not affecting them. It's the money they spend, but it's the money we have to pay. Who owns the energy corporations and the businesses? It's all the same. So it's like I'd stop that. I would send back.
So just summarize. So it was the war in Ukraine. The migrants, you'd kick them out of the hotels, which I think we should do that.
I'd kick them out of the hotels.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just kick them out of the hotels. I'd kick them out of the country.
Yeah. Rightly so, though.
Yes. We already have a refugee policy. Say, for example, and I get again, when I was 11 years old, a young boy come into our road after the Bosnian conflict. His dad was murdered. He come with his mum and his sister. It was the first where they landed. They landed at Luton Airport. It was all over the news. He was a lovely boy. They lived with the Bishop family in my road. They were put up as refugees. He's gone on to progress, to become a great member of society. He's a lovely lad. Yeah, he was come here. He's a Muslim kid. He come here. He hasn't been brought out. He said, I remember when all this was hitting off. He said, "Yaks, man," because that's what he said, "Yaks, this ain't where I'm from. These people, not like my family." I said, "I know, bruv, but there's a problem." And he's a great person, but he come here with his mum and his sister, and they were genuine victims, and you would be proud of our country for what we done for them. Yeah, this lot, fucking hell, all these fighting men. That's like you're. If there's a war going on in your country, get back and fight it, boys. What are you doing? And if there ain't a war in most of them, there's not a war, and we can't save the world. You're not making no difference by letting these 70,000 in or this many thousand.
You're just fucking up here.
You're just messing up here for your guilt.
It's like winning a little bit of money and then helping everyone around you, and then you have no money left.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. That's what's happening to the country.
That's what we're doing. And I think every policy should just be about putting British people first, about this country first, not about globalists, not worrying about what's going on in the world. Yeah, it's like when Donald Trump came in. America first. Yeah. Do
you think we should? Do you agree with Brexit or not? Do you think we should have left the EU?
100% think we should have left the EU.
You seriously, even now, you don't regret it? You don't think we're better in the EU?
Other than the fact I can't travel around Europe the way I used to like.
That's so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. 3 months. It's 3 months. You can, but you're only allowed in the country for 3 months at a time. Then you have to come back for 3 months.
But it's even the fact that we have to wait in the line now. We can't use the machines. I find that pisses me off.
Yeah, but we should be in control of our own country rather than some German clowns, which is the way it was going.
But look here, I think last year our economy shrunk by 0.8%, and then the GDP of France, Germany, and all those other countries grew by about 1.4%.
When people voted for Brexit, they didn't vote for it economically. They didn't vote on their wealth. People voted to have their country back, to have their identity back, and to be in control of their own nation. And if that means us being a little bit poorer for a certain amount of time, I don't think people voted on those reasons.
Okay.
And I think people were fed up. Like the European Union want to bust down borders. They want one state. They want us all. They want to break down your identity.
Yeah.
They want, which I believe is what immigration is about. It's about bringing in immigration to destroy communities, to break up communities, to break up the community spirit. It all plays in. It's exactly to weaken the men, to feminize the men, to make half of them whatever they're doing. Like I see the figures. It's insane now of what's going on, and because weak men are easier to control.
Facts.
And when they bring in COVID, climate lockdowns, or all of this, they want a load of people with blue hair and not knowing who they are.
Thank you for watching this clip on the Click It podcast. If you man enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel, Tankz. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check out the podcast on all platforms. Check out the link in the description for everyone you saw in the clip. And yeah, subscribe. Bye. Bang. Click it.